Hello, everyone, and welcome to my Startup Playbook podcast. This is the third episode and the second part of Start Smart series. In this episode, we'll be diving into the startup tools that you need in a daily basis without hurting your budget. We'll also go and discuss about how to build and shape your brand. We'll also go through and how to get attention early. But before we jump into that, we will first start with our segment Startup Pulse, the latest hit news in the startup world. Welcome to the Startup Pulse, your quick look into what's happening in the startup world in Malaysia and the region. Now, there's a few hits or few buzzing news this week. First of all, is Carbotech to represent Malaysia at the Startup World Cup final. Now, the agri-tech startup Carbotech is headed to Silicon Valley after winning the Malaysia finals. Now, they'll be competing for the grand prize, which is 1 million USD, this coming September. That's a huge spotlight on Malaysia growing agri-tech space. Second highlight for this week will be Malaysia launching first solid-state hydrogen reactor. Now, this is a major leap for green energy in Malaysia. This solid-state hydrogen reactor is already powering remote villages, and it's creating new space for green tech startups to innovate and expand. The third highlight will be digital economy investments surge. Now, Malaysia's digital sector is on fire this quarter. We have 29.5 billion ringgit in new investment. This is in quarter two only. So it doubled from quarter one, and out of that 29 billion, 3.3 billion is going to AI projects. So if you're building an AI, this is a good sign. Cradle, or My Startup Accelerator, they channeling 5.5 million into local startups. So Cradle Fund, or My Startup Accelerator, in partnership with Nexia, they supported over 50 startups across 5 cohorts. Now, they facilitated nearly 5.5 million in investments. The last highlight for this week, eGHL selected for Corporate Startup Innovation Program. Now, under the Billplz Innovasi GLC initiative, it's run by Ministry of Finance, MOSTI, and Cradle. 8 government-linked companies were chosen to participate in effort to boost the corporate startup collaboration and drive innovation-led growth across Malaysia. Now, that's it for Startup Pulse this week. Let's jump into the episode again. So the first segment here we have today is the smart tools you can start with. Let's be real. As a founder, you have 15 to 20 tools you'll be juggling and jumping in between. What I want to do is to run you through the essential tools that will help you in a daily basis. Now, most of them are free, and some of them have a good free tier. The first tool will be Notion. It's good for planning, for documenting ideas, and also good for to-do lists. You have Trello or ClickUp. It's good for your team as a team to stay on top of tasks and to update it on a timely manner. You have Canva. It's good for branding, good for pitch decks, good for mockups, and you don't need to be a designer to use that. It's a very user-friendly platform. We also have Google Workspace. It's free for early use, and it's really easy to organize everything with Google Workspace. The last one we have, actually, the second last one we have is Miro. It's great for brainstorming remotely. If you have a team to brainstorm with them remotely, is good for mind maps and then also good for product design. Now, after that, we have QuickBooks or Zoho Books. It's great for accounting, invoicing, sales receipts, and it's good to keep up with the ins and out of your business. Now, the main thing is not to get stuck with the tools trap. The main thing is how fast you can build and how fast you can reach your customers. So the second segment, payment and getting paid. Now, a lot of new founders or new business owners, when they start, the first question they have is, how do I get paid? And let me tell you this, there is a lot of local payment gateways that you can integrate with. without even needing a development team. Now, some of these companies are Billplz. It's one of the most affordable payment APIs in Malaysia. We at BlueJ use Billplz as well. You have SenangPay. It's a bit more advanced, still great for small businesses. You have eGHL. Now, this offers subscription base and wallet features. Once you grow and you need these features, you can use eGHL. The last one you have PayHalal. It's for Sharia compliant businesses. Now, some of these charge per transaction, and which is great actually to start your business with, and some have subscription. Okay, so we reached to the last segment of the episode, which is how to get noticed without being loud. Now, as a startup, you do not need a billboard. You do not need a paid ad on day one. What you need is to get noticed by the right people. Now, there's a lot of ways to do that, but there's few ways I would suggest for you is first, you can share your journey in LinkedIn and social media, whichever feels natural to you. You can join startup events, local startup events, or WhatsApp groups. You can also offer early access forms for your customers. You also can offer huge discounts or free discounts for your first 20 customers. Now, that will help you to get customers faster, and it will help you to get early feedback so that you can build around that feedback. Okay, so we reached to the last part of our episode. Now, in this episode, we discussed a few things. It's first thing is we discussed about startup tools, free tools that will help you stay sane. We discussed about payment gateways and how to plug in payment gateways. We also briefly discussed about building and shaping your brand voice. We also discussed on how to get attention early in a smart way. Now, in the next episode, it will be the last part of Start Smart series. We'll be discussing about something most founders skip, which is how to think like a founder even in your worst days. You've been listening to My Startup Playbook. I'm Gamal Aleryani. Keep learning, keep building, stay in the game.